Abortion rights in India. So what are the framework that will develop for abortion rights? No, I'm asking, yeah, you're right. Framework. Only she's talking, no one else. Okay, నాకు చెప్పకపోయేది చెప్పారు కొన్ని మీ పేపర్లో ఉన్న and just think, I'll give you 1 minute, at least think on your own. That's what my main purpose is. You have to think. So just at least think on your own. What could be the topic abortion rights in India నేను చెప్పాను దాన్ని ఏమేమి యాంగిల్స్ ఆలోచించాలి, what should be the angles that we have to think, or what should be the dimensions that we have to think. Economically means majorly. No one is talking about the political ones. First should come the political ones, right? Under what act this abortion should be terminated, or under what, see there should be some rules and regulations, some legislation under where we have to do this. So there should be some standards. So what is that act? So whether that act is constitutional or not, under which articles that is see, whenever we are making an act, whenever it's in even the state government or central government, what we'll do, we'll see whether it is constitutional or unconstitutional. So what is the constitutionality of this rights, of this acts? We'll see that. And how far it is upholding the rights, women rights, how it is upholding the women rights, how it is empowering them, right? So, and see, most of such type of questions, especially these type of topics, we have to compare with the other countries in the world. We have to compare. So recently, what is this country that was in the news about this abortion rights? Huh? US. So there was this practice, my body, my choice. So they abolished this abortion rights in US. So see, the question will be, see how such an advanced, who will always say I'm a torch bearer of human rights. Wherever something happened, the US will come and say human rights were violated. Human rights were violated. I'm going to come and help you guys. See, that is the major reason that will interfere into other country matters. So it will give a show that that is a torch bearer of human rights. But so where are the human rights? Where are the women rights when you are saying so? But our country was able to stand with that. So this should be the major dimensions. So this question could be for us. See, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. That is one topic that could be under the paper 2, and the second it should be under the Indian society. So Indian society we can see, or the social justice topic in the paper 2. So where we'll have poverty, unemployment, women and all those topics, disability, old persons and all those things, right? So there also this could be a question. Okay. Abortion rights and marital rape. These are the things that were upheld in this Supreme Court judgment. So what is it? The Supreme Court ruling, reproductive rights extended the rights to safe and legal abortion up to 24 weeks of pregnancy to unmarried and single women, and also to married women, but unmarried and single women was also having this rights. So the right of every woman to make reproductive choices without undue interference from the states. Seriously, there are states, countries where they'll say, see, it's considered as a murder. So they will say it as an homicide. If any abortion occurred, even it's a miscarriage, they'll say it is a homicide. So that there was a conditions like that. Countries also like that. So that means why I said you that statement is undue interference from the state. The state will not interfere into the reproductive choices of women. But if you compare there even the miscarriages were also considered as a homicides. Of course, there are cases for that. So what is the case actually? What the case that went to Supreme Court? So initially, till now, before this ruling, so the time period was 20 weeks. So till 20 weeks, so the abortion can happen. So especially if there is the babies with any disability. See, at the 5th month, there will be a TIFA scan. So where generally they'll look for the abnormalities in the baby. So like Down syndrome, or whether the congenital heart diseases, any heart disease which will coming from the genes. Such type of scan will take place. So if they come to know, the women have a right to abort the baby, abort the fetus, or baby fetus. So that is how till now it is happening. So she's an unmarried pregnant woman. She was in a consensual relationship. So she was denied the right to abortion because she passed this 20 weeks. She was not married. She was an unmarried, but there was a consensual relationship. So she passed that 20 week. So then they made it clear that Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act cannot be interpreted to deny the right to single woman beyond 20 weeks of pregnancy, because this act was majorly for the married women. So this is a case, that woman case came to Supreme Court. So what is the observations made by the Supreme Court? That is important for us. See, we have seen the Gnanavapi case, remember? So what we have seen in this Gnanavapi case, so what is the court observations? When we see the court observations from the court perspective, we will find most of the analysis, like from seeing from the top perspective. So listening from every sides, right? So that observations will help us to interpret the questions or answers, or our thinking will change when we see from different perspective. So we'll see from the court perspective. So what are they saying? All women are entitled to benefit safe and legal abortions. All women. First. So the woman alone has the right over her body and is the ultimate decision maker on the question of whether she wants to undergo an abortion. Next, right to decisional autonomy. This is the type empowerment, taking her own decision. So choosing the course of their life, whether they want it or not. And then right to reproductive autonomy. And the bodily autonomy of the pregnant woman will ensure social justice. See, when they are in a consensual relationship, so her career is going to suffer. Her life, her career, but not about. So there is no social justice. The court observed there is no social justice. But if it is an unmarried, if it's a married woman, the conditions are different when it's a married woman. If it's a married woman and the baby is not having good in health, so there is an abortion that will take place at 20 weeks also. So, but that is not the case in unmarried women. So, that's why the Supreme Court said all women. Okay. So, what the points we learned? Decision autonomy, reproductive autonomy and social justice. These are the terms that we have to remember. If you remember broadly these two, the rest of the sentence will follow. You don't need to by heart. Next. So, they also said the rape must include marital rape. So, if the baby was born for the rape, see some cruel and heinous crime of some person, this girl should not bear the burden of it. So earlier the rape was included, but they also included now the rape. The rape must include marital rape for the purpose of Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So any other interpretation would have the effect of compelling a woman to give birth to and raise a child with a parent who partner who inflicts mental and physical harm, even if it's any spouse. So husband, even as a husband also, so they should not inflict a mental and physical harm based on that, and a baby was going to born. So that should not be a burden on women to give birth to such in such conditions. It's her body, her choice, her mental conditions. So the baby need to be raised further. So they said that is the reason why they also included the rape word in the NTP Act. It also includes marital rape. Okay. So as I said, what is the constitutionality here? Article wherever you go, this article follows. If you won't remember any article, so think from this direction. Don't remember any articles, don't write this one. Think from this direction whether this article will work for that or not. So, article of the Constitution recognizes and protects the right of women to undergo termination of pregnancy if her mental or physical health is at stake. And Article 51A. So, it also says, renounces practices derogatory to the dignity of women. So, based on these two articles, so the judgment will prevail. So, what is this Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act? It allowed abortion earlier it allowed abortion within 12 weeks of pregnancy requiring opinion of one doctor. So, if it is 12 weeks to 20 weeks of pregnancy, so then they need an opinion of 2 doctors for the termination of fetus. Why this strict 12 weeks, 12 to 20 weeks, why this? Because in India, so we will kill the fetus, female fetus. So majorly at the 16th week, vaguely, and by 20th week, we'll clearly know the gender of the fetus. So that is the reason why. So after this, when they're coming to know the gender, so many abortions are taking place. So that is the reason why they're not allowing the abortion after 20 weeks. Okay. So anyways, under MTP, no one should, either the doctor or the patient, they should not approach or they should not know the gender of the fetus. So they will be arrested and they will be given jail for 3 years. So but an amendment was made in 2021. So what was it? The ceiling of abortion they raised it to 24 weeks when for special categories of pregnant women. So when the pregnant woman is a rape survivor, mental disabilities with, or the fetus is having major abnormalities. ఇప్పటి వరకు మెడికల్ టర్మినేషన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్ట్లో ఏముంది, 20 weeks తర్వాత అబోర్షన్ చేయకూడదు. If at all, if you are going for an abortion after 20 weeks, 20 till 24, the conditions should be, these should be the conditions. In that case only, they will do abortion at 24 weeks also. After that, it will be danger to the mother also, health of a mother. So, till majorly 24 weeks. So, now what they were saying, this 24 weeks is not just for the married women, they also should include the unmarried women, all women. They will have their reproductive choice. So, abortion laws around the world, as I told, it is considered as an illegal in 24 countries. So, this topic raised when, I don't remember exactly, when I was studying long back, in this Baltic nations or Norway or Sweden. So, there is an Indian woman, especially Andhra only, like, at the time United Andhra. So, Ireland, yes. So, there was, the abortion was denied, she suffered that and she died. Because in that country, abortion is illegal. So many protests took place at that time just for in that country that abortion should take place, especially in these conditions. But the pregnancy is difficult. So the mother was not able to, now they lost 2 lives. So anyways, so it considers illegal in 24 countries still. And recently, US also overturned the earlier one and said it is severely restricted the access to the abortions. And in the UK, this is a little different. UK, so until birth also, so they can have a right of termination. So the cases, if the cases like fetus is severely disabled, major abnormalities were found in fetus, so then they will allow the termination until birth. So there is a complications for the mother anyways in that cases. So what is the takeaways from this abortion rights? So it is under Medical Termination Act till we have 20 weeks. 24 weeks amendment was made in 2021 where it extended to 24 weeks when the conditions, there are different conditions for 24 weeks. That is present one. So now it was told that, so it was 24 weeks was extended even to an unmarried single woman also. And the rape include, that rape also include marital rape. Okay, under Article 21 and Article 51A, so this judgment and the constitutionality of the judgment was based on this Article 21 and 51A.